Thank you very much. Actually, I wanted to start from the long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But it's not in fact what I wanted to tell, because we're going to basically have a chat. I think maybe a little bit interactive about how the failure and success can grow our people and our businesses. And usually people follow the success, and people are copying the success, but every time the circumstances are different. So it's not a magic to follow the success and copy the things. Usually it's a problem. But when you look at the failures and try to avoid those failures in the future when you are making your business, it's going to be probably more successful. And I start from the success, because for the last 2 years, we've been running the small headhunting boutique. And actually, we are helping talents, developers, artists, designers to get the right job. And you can say it's upside down, because we are helping people to find a job. We are not helping studios to find the people. And when we really go deep into this process, the reverse recruitment is exactly the same from both sides, because there are no sides. Studio wants to hire people, people wants to get the job, there are no sides. Yeah? Everyone wants to get the same result. And inventing the reverse recruitment, taking care of the people, being very honest with the candidates, even telling them that, hey, guy, it's not the right time for you for the studio yet, is coming from the history. It's coming from my failure, because I made a failure with my studios because I didn't treat people this way. So idea of doing something the other way around brought us to the success of the boutique imponderabilia headhunting company. So when we talk about how we came to this idea, how basically it's been invented. It's been invented basically because we started to talk about our failures with my colleagues. Not about the company that went bankrupt, but my personal failure trying to get another job after this period. So I've sent, after my company fell down, I've sent almost 1,000 CVs to the companies around the world. And before joining the gaming industry, okay, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was working for the blue chip companies as a top manager. And I couldn't find a job. So frustrating. And what I did, I started to talk about it to my colleagues, to my family. I didn't hide it. So they said to me, if you cannot find a job, invent your job. Yeah? But I wouldn't find it and even think about it if I would hide myself the frustration of getting the new job. So when we talk about how failure can bring the success and grow people, we have to think about basically talking, sharing this information. This is absolutely crucial because it can be frustrating. You can not find a right job, and you can basically make another failure, which I believe, from my perspective, is something that we should basically avoid. And it's not easy to talk about failure. It's very difficult. Okay, for none of you know, probably none of you, we have lost 3.5 million euro of my own savings when my company fell down. Yeah? Terrifying. But, on the other hand, we started to talk about what is the benefit and why the hell we've done such a big failure. And I'm again coming, because I will be switching from the history to the current times. And in Imponderabilia, we care about people. We care about our candidates. We do most of the stuff that usually is not done or is done by themselves. We do it. We care for the contracts. We negotiate the rates. We bring them. We arrange the Ukrainians the PESEL in the, let's call it urząd, authorities. Yeah? Because we care. And candidates basically looking at us as God. Yeah? Someone is taking care about me. Yeah? So now I will jump back to the historical times of Nicholas Games and the big failure of the company. My objective at this time, the company went to the Warsaw Stock Exchange, raised a big amount of money, fell down. And basically what has happened is all my efforts were directed towards the objective of releasing game. Game and the product was everything that I was thinking about. Yeah, normally in America you should say, okay, that's why, good. Yeah? Product is something that you want. But product has to be made by someone. And if you don't treat it properly, you may fail like I did. And when we talk about, the studio was 130 people. And usually they were youngsters. It was their first job. But some of them, after 2-3 years, had families. Some of them had, fiancés. And your responsibility was not about 130 people, but probably about 200, 300 people. So again, thinking only about the product as your major objective leads you to, it's a narrow corner. It's a blind corner, to be honest. Because you can easily lose the focus of the people. And I lost the focus on my people. I'm absolutely happy that most of them end up in the Polish game dev industry as now the managers, seniors, sometimes the company owners. But what if not? Yeah? So this lesson is very important for me, how I was bringing the imponderabilia and the reverse recruitment concept to life. So when we talk about people, we have to also speak about determination. Because youngsters are usually determined to get into the industry, make their games. It's a passion. Yeah? And as the managers, you usually and pretty often has to cool down a little with this determination. Because the Polish game dev industry now is not the same game dev industry there used to be 15 years ago. It grows, and basically all the procedures and all the processes are going a little bit slower. Yeah? So when we talk about determination, not everything at the same time. You just do it gradually. As managers, it's our role to build up their career in a right way and tell them the truth. No, you will not get the promotion yet. It's not yet your time. telling the truth is clue. Because everyone wants to listen, yeah, you are great. You will be now the senior or lead or whoever. But it's not the way. You should do it properly at a certain moment in time. When I talk about determination and how I was determined when I was at this stage jumping into the industry, okay, I've brought one of the games to the Polish market still as a distributor. The game was called Half-Life 2. Yeah? So this was pretty known. The story is very important because when I talk about determination and how determination can help, is okay, we've moved to the distribution industry from the different company. I opened my own, and I've got a lot of contacts within the industry outside Poland. So I said to my partners in Germany, I said, okay, guys, I want to distribute Half-Life 2 in Poland. The company has been on the market for 4 months. Yeah? And they said, oh, come on, we are talking about Half-Life 2. Yeah? Do you understand what you are asking? And I said, yeah, okay, I want to distribute Half-Life 2 in Poland. And they asked me, okay, good. What is your network? I said, I'm distributing it to 1,300 shops, yeah? Good, so you can do it. So, but yeah, Tomek, one more thing. You need to pay in advance. Yeah? I said, okay, well, pay in advance. It was the time that we were importing the CDs. Probably some of you remember the games were on CDs. Yeah? And they said, okay, you need to pay in advance because you know you are 4 months on the market. We know each other for a long time, but your business is young. I said, okay. I said, okay, no problem, I will. How much is it? $1.3 million. Aha. Yeah, okay, fine, I will. So I went out of the Vivendi Universal German office, and I said, what have I done? Yeah? And I saw behind the corner the guys from 3D Project, the guys from Senega, and the guys from Techland queuing for Half-Life 2. So I said, okay, we have agreement. I will prepay. So I went back to Poland and said to my son, hey, boy, we've got a challenge. We need to find $1.3 million in 2 weeks. Yeah? And my older son said, sorry for this word, you're fucking mad. But I said, okay, but Kicinski is standing behind the corner and he will grab my title, yeah? I was getting ready for this for the last, 3 years. So my son said, use your determination, yeah? What do you mean? Use your fucking brain. So I went to my major clients. It was MediaMarkt and Empik, 2 of the biggest networks in Poland. So firstly, I went to MediaMarkt, and I went to the buyer, said, hello, Mr. Stefan, nice to meet you. I've got the proposal for you. We've got Half-Life 2. Okay, 15,000 units, please. Okay, I said, okay, thank you. 15,000 units, okay. It will be $500,000. Okay, fine. 90 days as normal terms. No, you have to prepay. I said, no. Not in the history of Metro Group, the company prepaid for the games. I said, okay, no problem. So Mr. Tomek from Empik agreed to prepay, so he will get it exclusively. Hold on. Okay, he came back and said that the financial director of Metro Group Europe agreed to do the prepayment. What I've done, did exactly the same with Empik, yeah? Within 7 days, I had the money required to do the prepayment. This is what determination means. It means use it smart to grow your business and grow also your people, because we had to also prepare the distribution and everything. When we talk about this title, I wanted to tell you that I hired armed guards to secure the CDs that were coming from Germany. Because in this bloody contract, I had over $1 million per $1 million penalty for one single occasion of trying to register the game on Steam before the 16th of November, 9 o'clock. Yeah? So what we did it. There was none from Poland. Yeah? And when we talk about determination and doing it smart, what should I do? What's your opinion? What should I do after this success? We have 1,000 shops, yeah? Everything is right. Distribution is going smart. The company was 4 months on the market, yeah? What should I do after this success? Okay, I did. What else? Business-wise? I should cash out. I should cash out. Why? Because such chances are happening once in your lifetime. Yeah? And okay, my people, my team would had to go to the different companies. And like we do usually, we help them to do the different stuff. But I didn't do it. I said, okay, I'm the god, yeah? I had Half-Life 2. Let's make games. Someone in the world can make games. I can't. I don't know how to make games. Yeah? And I wanted to copy the success. And it was one of the most stupid things that I've ever done. And suddenly, I've lost my money. Because determination changed. My determination to deliver the product on the market changed into that I will make the product. I will make the second Fallout. Yeah, okay, stupid, yeah? And basically, slowly, I was losing, and I lost. And what happened after this? For 2 years, from the star of the Polish gaming market, one of the first companies that was brought to Warsaw Stock Exchange, I has been waiter for 2 years. Nothing against waiters. It was absolutely fantastic job. But suddenly people said, okay, learn from your lessons. What you screwed, and invent something new. Yeah? So this is how this boutique concept was invented. Because not the product, not money. People are the ones who are bringing us everything that we deserve and we want. And the way we do it with honesty, passion, and determination is basically something that can deliver the product, the money, and satisfaction. And we talk about people from the various countries now. And immediately after the war started in Ukraine, Peter and some other staff of our team started to go and help them. And when we talk about going to Urząd, which is authority in the city council, and trying to get the PESEL or 50 plus for our colleagues from Ukraine that are working in the game dev industry, this is something that is basically determine us as a people who are treating our candidates properly. When I talk about things like, okay, we are hiring top managers to the studios, yeah? It takes time. The recent transfer that I did, it's not announced yet, but it will be on Monday, took me a year. Yeah? And one of the Polish game dev legends, thanks to our efforts, will join to the other company. And it was the determination which was directed in the right way. Find what he needs. Because when we talk about people, we don't talk about the body. We don't talk about mind, needs, what they want. And if we talk about people who are dealing with the game dev industry, it's about passion, needs, willing to deliver, willing to do something, to create. And usually the normal procedures in HR are not trying to get this deep dig into their minds, what they really want. So after these failures, I said, okay, we need to find out what is in the candidate mind. And that's why we are successful. And over the last year, 2 years, we've recruited 100 people into the Polish game dev industry. Guess how many people left after trial period? 2. Yeah? Because it's a long process, it's a continuous discussion, continuous communication with the candidates, and continuous communication with him as a person, not as a cell in a spreadsheet. And this is a lesson I learned from my failures. Costed 3.5 million euros, 3 strokes, and a lot of other stuff. But on the other hand, the success that I have in IMPO now is also the success that people in full theory have. They started working their games in my company. This was their first job. Many people in CD Projekt now, first job was in my company. So I'm learning. I'm trying to grow people now as a business, yeah? And this is, I believe, we all try to do it as individuals and the business managers, and basically as a human-oriented people in the gaming dev industry. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask now. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for this inspirational talk. Guys, do you have any questions for Tomek? Okay, I see 2.
I have a question. You work only with the Polish game dev studios?
No, not only. We've got also the customers in Denmark, in the UK. But yeah, we are focusing on the Polish market because we basically are from here. But as I speak Russian, our candidates are coming from Ukraine, Belarus. I speak Slovak, so people are coming from the south of Europe, and quite a lot from Balkans as well.
Hello.
Hello.
I have 2 questions. First question is, was it worth it? The free strokes, the going bust and so on, are you happy, or would you, in hindsight, prefer to cash out?
Can you repeat louder, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. In retrospect, was it worth it? The free strokes, the failure of the company and so on, or would you, in retrospect, go back and cash out and leave it as it is?
No, I would do exactly the same.
Okay, thanks for the first answer. And the second question is...
I will answer why. Because I see Fool's Theory making the remake of The Witcher, and I know that, for example, those guys basically were learning how to code in my team when and we had three desks and 3 laptops.
Thanks. And the second question is, you've spoken about the importance of having real debates, talking about issues, about failures and so on. I think it's an important point. Hopefully, people will not talk about the failures in such a large scope, because losing a company is a traumatic experience, I guess. But do you think, because you have a lot of friends in Polish game dev, and do you think they actually follow that advice, which I think you are giving them, to talk about the failures and talk about the problems, not hide them really, saying that it's okay, it's okay, it's okay?
Okay. I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think so. They are not yet. There are a lot of postmortems, and but we talk about not the feelings and emotions, but we talk about the technical things, how we can make the games better. Yeah, and what we failed while making the games. But I don't think the industry is doing it yet.
Okay, so a follow-up question, sorry for that follow-up question. What's the timeline in your perspective when the industry will mature to the point that they will have those conversations?
Okay, when I joined the game dev industry, I came from tobacco industry, which is something like 130 years. The game dev industry in Poland, let's say worldwide, is about 40 years. And I believe in the Western studios, it started slowly to show up. But I think in our part of the world, it will take 10 years until people will start to openly talk about the failures they've made, because the industry is young and you are happy with your success. And when you are failed, okay, you hide it and you try to do it again, and you fail again and you fail again. Oh. And suddenly it's too late to talk about it.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers, and thank you for sharing the story. It was inspiring. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Tomek?
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time and
Thank
for
you.
your attention.